Hi, Sean Huxter here. Welcome to Magical Little Worlds with me. Today we're going to open a 2022 set. Let me just focus in here. A 2022 Polly Pocket set called Sparkle Cove Adventure. Now, I don't normally go for these, but I found this at a really good deal, so I couldn't really help it. I had to pick it up. Mostly I was curious. I like translucent toys, like that are transparent, and I don't have a lot of compacts that are actually translucent, and I really kind of was curious about this one. Because, you know, I do love when you can see through the case. And also, of my favorite sets, there's space, winter, and then underwater. And while this isn't underwater, it's like a sparkling cove beach thing, it's close enough, and I thought I would give it a try. All right, let's get to opening. Well, let's first of all look at the pack without too much of a sneak preview. The contents are Polly, a Polly character, maybe Shani, a dolphin, and then you get this circle, a sphere that you open up, and it has surprises. It, if you look at the front package, it definitely says surprises, but on the back it says, well, you know what the surprises are going to be, a couple of gems, which I find waste of time, to be honest. Gems in a set do nothing, nothing at all. All right, let's get to opening. Luckily, unlike some of the other packages from this era, this one comes off fairly easily, packaging. Right, and we pull out the top case here, packaging. Oops, I missed entirely. There you go. Packaging. Now, here's the mystery sphere. We're going to put that over here and pull the compact out. I hope that is meant to come off. And it looks like it is. That's a water bubble, looks like. It's also got a bend in it. It's got a warp. I don't think that's supposed to be like that, although we'll see. Maybe it fits in some way like this. I don't know. We'll have instructions I'm going to put aside for the moment. And just because I want to get to this and throw this away first, I'm going to take the dolphin out. So we have a dolphin here. I'm not sure if we've seen this particular sculpt before, but I certainly haven't seen it in this color before. I've seen lots of dolphins because I do like my water sets. And I don't know if that's a recast or what. Anyway, we'll pull the figure out and packaging. And we'll put them here. Now, let's look at the compact itself. Oh, you know what? No, just for fun, we're going to open this first. All right, this is in a little bag, and that is sealed. Okay, so that's interesting. I have tool here somewhere. Just a little thing I can rip the bag with. And if you watch my videos, you know I often drop something on the floor, and I did. Okay, so this is the sphere. And I think the idea... let's just look at the instructions. I think there's a thing about this. I think the idea is you're supposed to put water in the sphere and have it open, but I'm not really sure. Let's see what it says in the instructions, just to see. I wonder if they're like IKEA instructions, which only have an image of what it is and no text. So, all right, you're supposed to put water in the reservoir, in the cove, and then you're supposed to put the sphere in the water, maybe? And here's just another set, by the way. And then, yeah, okay, well, let's try that. I did bring a special guest, which is some water. And this, I believe, is the bulb you're supposed to use just to spray the water. And I'm thinking, you know what? No, I'm just going to pour it in. Save some time. It's going to pour it in. Let me zoom in a little bit, see it, get the action going here. All right, let's just pour some water in. And pop this in. I don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it. It just sort of indicates here that you put the water in, or you use the bulb and maybe fill it with water. I don't know. So, oh, okay, yeah, right on, yeah, oh dear. Okay, I do get it. I know what's going on. The water dissolves a coating on the bubble, which seals it. And now the water has unsealed it, or melted away that coating, and now I can open it. But that is extremely messy. It's also unpleasant to touch. Take out some paper towel here. Let's get that out of there. Wipe it off. Oh, that wasn't, I don't know. That's not a thing I would really want to do. All right, let's see. But we do now end up with this, zoom back in again, this sparkly faceted sphere. And I think, see, there's the residue of the stuff, the kind of the removable paint that comes off with water, sealant. And does it open? I know it opens, but how do I open it? I'm just gonna, so, I'm not entirely sure how to open it. I do have a tool here, if you'll give me a second. I'm going to use a chisel, which I use in a lot of my tool stuff, and just pry it open. I'm sure it comes up like this, I'm sure. Huh, it's really giving me a hard time. Yeah, it's really not being cooperative at all. I know it opens. It's got to, right? I don't know. There's a, oh, weird. Okay. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. This definitely fits in there. I think maybe the idea is you're supposed to push water or air in there. I don't know. It's really strange. And of course, the reward you get for all of that messing around is a star and a gem, which, as I already talked about, kind of pointless. Although, is the star a sea star? Yeah, I think it might be, rather than just being a gem. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like sea stars. And this is just a gem. All right. Now, I'm stuck with this ugly goo. I'm going to put the sphere back together, just in case we want to do that. And I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to empty this out because this is awful. I'm back, be right back. Okay, we're back. I have cleared the ugly, ugly pink mess out of there. Had to rinse it pretty thoroughly to get it out of there. Now, I'm going to go back to the instructions briefly, because that bulb must do something interesting, because I'm seeing something here that definitely looks interesting, and something here. Obviously, the bulb fits up here and stays there for storage, but I suspect there's more to it than that, and I'm pretty sure I'm right, because I see the dolphin tips here. So I'm pretty sure you pour water into the dolphin's tail, and it dips. We'll just discover it as we go. So let's see what else the instructions say. Open the locket. Pour water in, so let's do that. This time it won't be pink and ugly. And then use the bulb to take water and squirt it into here, into the dolphin's tail. Yeah, and then it comes, okay, let's just, without getting too much into it, you take the bulb, bring up some water, and you put it up here, and let's just watch very carefully what happens here, because I'm going to zoom in. All right, you push it down, and that's cute. Okay, now, okay, I'll give that some props. You get enough water in the dolphin's tail, and it tips, and the water rolls down the stair slide into the reservoir. And I'm going to give them props. That's like full water park fun, that is. But that's not all. I am pretty sure this bulb does something else, because it looks to me like it's supposed to fit here. And not only does it fit there, yeah, there you go. I see that there was a little tube just under it. So I'm thinking, yeah. So it's basically a jacuzzi spa where you push bubbles out into the water from here. Oh, now that's also very clever. I like that. Yeah, no complaint here. The only complaint I think I have so far is that messy nonsense with the sphere for what is the reward of a gem, which is nothing to me. Okay, moving on though. I want to talk about the compact, because we never really get into that. Undo this, get this. Okay, so that's stuck in there, and I'm going to blow in there. I'll reinflate it. But I am right. This is not supposed to be warped. Right there. It's pretty deeply warped. I don't think it's supposed to be. Anyway, that can fit here, because I think that's where you store it. And back to the compact itself. So we didn't get into the details of it, and I'm going to do that now. Even with the water in place, I'm going to try. So we have this nicely blue basin reservoir, which is water sealed. There's no holes going down. The only hole is a tube leading up to the flower. And again, there's a yellow flower. I would love to see this twist, but it doesn't. And then below you have some shell details. You got a sea star, various different ocean shells, and then in pink, I like that. And then also around in other sculpted but not painted are things like undersea life, plants, more shells. And all around you have clam shells, scallop shells, sea stars, and other beach life, which is kind of fun, and on like a sandy texture, which is very nice. Now up in the top, you know, just to be able to look at the top better, I'm going to empty this again. Good, all cleaned out again. Let's go up top. I'm going to put this here temporarily because it will fit. And let's look at the top. So up at the top, You have a stairway up, or obviously a slide down, because the water comes down from the dolphin's tail down the slide into the reservoir, which is kind of fun, into the basin, into the pool. Also up here, you've got this pink detail. You've got a sticker in the back which shows gems and various other water. This almost looks like a waterfall, I'm not sure. And then you have a cave here. I'm not sure what the cave does. It looks like a cave that goes in and finds gems. Like there's gems in there, but they're also up here, so why is there a cave? I don't know. There's detail here. This looks like almost looks like a shell itself right here. And then over here you've got this like peach pink cliff feature with some plants down below. Pegs here, by the way, these two pegs, there's one here and there's one right here at the bottom of the stairs. That is where you can place something like the gem, right? And the sea star can go here. But again, I don't get the point of those, but anyway. Now, the last feature that we haven't seen yet is this door, which opens. And again, you see more gems, but there's nothing in there. You can't go in there. I don't really get the point. So we do have this dolphin. It's shimmery gold color, molded gold, slightly translucent. It has a peg on the bottom, which I guess you can put here. And you have your poly, which can go anywhere you like as well. And I'm sure that if you play with this properly, you know, you're just playing with her in the water. So there she is. And we already know what the dolphin does, which is kind of cool. But you can also sit in the dolphin's tail too. It's almost like a seat in itself. I'm not sure they even thought of that. But I don't know. The cave and this cave with the door, which has like a lock, like a valve opening, does not seem to serve a purpose. I'm not even sure you could fit the gems in there. No, I don't think you can. The gem's too large. So it seems like you almost want some small creature to go with it, and not the dolphin, because it's too large. Maybe an octopus or a crab or something to go into the cave and stuff, but I don't know. Anyway, let's just, for last time, look at the compact itself, because one of the reasons, as I said, I bought this is because of the translucent nature of it. Now, I haven't closed this for you yet. You haven't seen it closed. We're going to close it now. And it is a scallop shell clamshell, a lot like some of the original Polly Pocket compacts, including, I think, one of the water parks, the Heritage Collection, or the Keepsake Collection, Mermaid's Dream, which I have, also comes in kind of a scallopy shape, but this is glitter and translucent, and I do kind of like that. But it also has this base, so you can stand it on its base, which is something you don't often see in Polly Pocket. I mean, a lot of them you can stand on the little hinge bases, the things that stick at the back of the hinges. But this is meant to stand, but also, as I notice when I open this up again, the back pieces are meant to fit into each other to fold flat, so you can play with it flat. Now, why would you do that? I don't know, because this is not intended to be played flat. This is a vertical play space. Anyway, all that put aside and said, I think for the price I got, couldn't be beat. I'm just really happy to have a translucent shell, translucent compact. I'm actually toying with the idea of making one myself that's translucent, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I do have clear resins, and I'm kind of planning to experiment with those as I make some of my own sets. But for now, I'm going to close it, hoping it all fits. And of course it won't. You know, the poly can't go here because the stairs will block the way, get rid of the star. And I think now it'll close. And then this is intended to go on top, but the problem is it's not locked in place in any way. It'll fall right on out. I think if this was a little larger and could squeeze in there and stay, then that is, I think, was the intent. But it's not happening. Oh, also, you have your Polly Pocket logo here, which is not painted, so it's kind of hard to see. I almost missed showing it to you. And nothing on the front, so that's the bottom, because this is the ridge that you would use, that all Polly Pocket sets have, that would make it sit. And that's that. All right, thanks for watching. For Magical Little Worlds, I'm Sean Huxter. See you next time. Bye.